Welcome back to my adventures in doll making. I just wanted to share how far I got yesterday. I added a bit more detail to the torso, just added another layer so it's more stable when I decide to cut it up. I guess that'll be, once this is dry, I'll cut up the sides and take out the core just so that it's not too thick once I start adding more detail to it. I'm kind of scared of like polishing it a lot and then having to cut it and then ruining everything because I didn't think about getting the core up earlier. So I'm hoping that I can do that and then continue sculpting on it, glue it back together, continue sculpting. So that's the plan. I worked a bit more on the arms. They're quite different in length before, but now I've measured a bit more and now I've cut off the exit. That's my cat. He's deaf, so that's just something that happens sometimes. So yeah, so I carved off the end of one of the arms to make sure they were the same length. You can tell how much longer the armature was for this one, so pretty good. A lot more symmetrical now. I tried to make them just the same all the way around, and just this is a starting point, and then I'm not gonna do an elbow on these because the elbow is gonna be part of the joint. So probably keeping it like this is good for now. Added another layer of clay on the legs. They're not super symmetrical at the moment. They're gonna have a lot more bulk than this. Oh, quite big, but much bigger than this. So I'm just waiting for that to dry, cut out the core, do the same thing as I will with the torso. Everything's taking a while to dry, so I'm kind of having to work on stuff a little bit offset. So another thing I did yesterday was I started on doing some feet. I have a couple of flat feet. They're quite big. I think they're going to be cute. I'm going to carve out the toes and stuff. So I have a couple of flat ones. And then I'm going to do sort of a really extreme heel pose. I'm not thinking as much of a wearing heeled shoes sort of pose, but more of a pin-up-y, like the overstretched foot kind of, with the like really exaggerated arch on the top of the foot. I think that's very pretty. So I'm trying to lean into the sort of pin-up-y look of this. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'm gonna do it like a middle of the road foot at some point, but should probably just have started with one pair, but I have that. So I'm gonna probably smooth them, sand them a bit, and then start carving out toes. I also made armatures for the hands, so they're very small and fine. Just wire wrapped around itself. I started out making all of the fingers the same length, and then I'm gonna just bend them back and make sure each of the fingers have a length that makes sense for a hand. Not really sure what types of hand poses I'm gonna do yet. I think I'm gonna do one of those like really dramatic BJD poses where they're like all scrunched up in the pinky and then like scrunched up in the thumb as well, and then kind of the offset fingers. It looks really elegant and pretty on dolls, but it's just really awkward hand posture to have, like, I think sort of like a loose point maybe. I think like it's sort of like offset in fingers, it's quite nice. So I think that's it. That's the only updates for now. I'm gonna make another hip ball. I think I'm gonna start sculpting the face, maybe start on the hands. That's the plan. Bye.